welcome back, and it's another video on the Bbnaijareunion reunion. Guys, this reunion is just, it's turning on you, guys. It's turning on you. I mean, tonight was filled with, I think, a lot of rage. Honestly, people were angry and they were expressing themselves to the fullest. So before we get into the gist of today, if you have not clicked the subscribe button, please do click the subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you know when I drop a new video, and share this video with your friends. Please also give it a thumbs up, and I'd like to read from you in the comment. Yeah, I do a lot of movie reviews, movie conversations, lifestyle vlogs, and you get to know me better. So please subscribe. Anyways, let's just go right into the gist for today. So today it was another day on, I mean, relationships, friendships, and whatnot. So basically ships, yeah. And it was Saskay and Jaypaul. Okay guys, one of the most romantic moments during the Bbnaijareunion season was when Jaypaul went all out for Saskay during her birthday. Guys, it was like the most, like, oh. So everybody saw that ship. Everybody knew that, okay, this ship, it must sail. It must, it must go further. So like everybody wanted that ship because Jaypaul had lost his mind. He was all into Saskay. So, and we see them falling apart. Like we literally saw them fall apart. So this is how it all started today, right? Ebuka, as the regular table scatterer that he is, he played some clips from during the house where, Jaypaul and Saskay had so many beautiful moments together. And he was asking, I think he asked Jaypaul at first, okay, so Jaypaul, what was it like for you when you were doing all of this, and what is it now? All the regular questions. And Jaypaul started to rant. I mean, yesterday I called Angel a paint lover. Jaypaul is a worse than paint lover. And guys, I understand this thing, because when you invest in people, when you invest in friendships, relationships, you just expect that they reciprocate the energy. I mean, we all say it all the time, that give what you get, or like, if people are not reciprocating energy, walk away, because you cannot be in a one-sided friendship or one-sided relationship or whatever it is. So Jaypaul has brought it to our notice that after the house, Saskay wasn't exactly acknowledging its presence in her life. When she was going for a media round, they would ask her about Jaypaul, and then like, she wouldn't say anything. She wouldn't acknowledge him, basically. So I mean, he found that kind of sneaky and annoying, because I mean, they were the closest in the house. We saw that they had like an emotional connection in the house. So if you come out of the house and suddenly you're not all that into the friendship anymore, it means that, okay, maybe you needed me for something, and you've used me for the mission, and I'm done. That's the way it sounds, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it says after the house, Saskay is not investing so much in their friendship anymore. She doesn't call, she doesn't check up on him, she's basically not there. And I understand how hurtful that can be, when you want to be there for somebody, or you are there for somebody as a friend, and they do not reciprocate that energy. And he said a lot of things, how she never came to check up on him. Basically just repetition of how bad he has made her feel. How bad she has made him feel, sorry. So yeah, and Ebuka goes to ask Saskay, okay, Saskay, what is this whole thing about? How did you go from this to this? And Saskay is like, oh, she's surprised that Jaypaul is even saying all of this, because she and Jaypaul, they were friends. She thought they were friends, and like, they were just not more than friends. So what did you expect her to say in an interview? do you want her to say, okay, Jaypaul is, and it's like, no, I just wanted to acknowledge, okay, Jaypaul was a good person, Jaypaul is a good friend. Simple. Just say something to acknowledge me, because your friends had already trolled me so many times. Just say something to tone it all down. And she's like, there's no acknowledgement anywhere because we're not more than friends. Jaypaul, what did you expect of me? And I'm like, sis, if you genuinely like somebody as a friend, as a lover, whatever it is, if you see people trashing their name, you're gonna stand up for them. It's just like common sense, right? Anyways, she didn't acknowledge it, and she did acknowledge the fact that she wasn't investing so much in their friendship. And it begs to question, okay, why, if this person was your closest friend, why are you not investing so much now? But anyways, that's just it with Jaypaul and Saskay. Saskay wasn't investing so much in Jaypaul as much as Jaypaul was investing in her, you know, and their friendship just did not work. He said he wishes her well in life, he still likes her as a person, but like, it's just not having it anymore. Saskay also mentioned that Jaypaul had talked about relationship along, and he's like, no, I never did. I never talked to you about relationship. I was just your friend. I wanted to be your friend. I wanted to be someone that would be by your side, and da, 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 da. Anyways, that's Jaypaul and Saskay drama. And it moves on to, I mean, we know it was a triangle, right? It was Saskay in between, sitting like a princess, and Jaypaul on this side of a triangle, and Cross was on the other side of the, and she was just like this. Ha ha ha. So Ebuka went on to ask Cross, okay, Cross, you were, you know, a third person in this situationship or whatever it is. Do you think it was for strategy? Do you think Saskay played both of you? And it was like, personally for him, it feels like most people come into this house with a strategy, and if our strategy was to play him, then well, it did work for her. And she's like, hello, play who? Why would I play too many in their 30s? Like, I don't understand. Why am I gonna be playing you're too old for me to play? But yeah, I mean, Chris was like, it's just a game. Everybody came here to play a game, so if that's our own game, well, he has nothing to say about that. Then okay, why are you guys where you are at now, where you barely even speak? Apparently it was from the voice recording that leaked, and Cross, you know, he wanted to just explain himself further and say, okay, this is why this voice recording happened. He said he was in South Africa or something. He had come back to Nigeria, like, and he was leaving for Abuja the next day. But Saskay had been calling that she wanted to have a conversation with him, and he had to be in person. So he went to Saskay's place, like in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. and nobody knew he was there. But the next morning, just like seeing Saskay fans drag him, and people were saying so much online. They were saying, oh, he and Saskay had kissed, I did this, I did that, there was video proof. And it's like, what? Nobody even knew I came to your house. And guys, while Cross was speaking, while he was saying everything he was saying, Angel was just giving those smirky glances. Guys, you need to have seen that. And she goes on, go, that's what it does. Bruh, it was like, it was a lot. I was just laughing, man. I'm like, bro, sis, you angry. I mean, I get it, but you are angry, and it is so obvious, guys. After that, Cross had a conversation with somebody else over the phone, where the person was trying to, like, you know, get more information out of him. He did not know it was bait. This person had recorded, and that was where he said, oh, that there's nothing between he and Saskay, or Saskay is just like that, he doesn't really speak to her, something around that, you know, the one that leaked on the internet and made people start dragging Saskay, that Saskay is trying to force herself on him, it was Cross Gel that was booming, not Cross K or whatever it was. And Cross had also mentioned that he did not want any fan shipments. Like he specifically used that word. He said shipments. He said he did not want any shipment with anybody. That Cross K, they gave him gifts. He rejected all of it. They even offered him money, 20 million naira. I don't know how true it is, but that's what he said. 20 million naira. He rejected it. like so many things that people would want to, boost this whole ship thing, and he did not want that. And that was the same thing for Saskay. She was not trying to like feed shippers. So Saskay said she told Cross after the whole voice recording leaked, they had a conversation about it, and she told him that, okay, you know what, I just want you to go out and say something to people, just say, okay guys, it's not what you think, or just say something to clear the air and tone it all down. But Cross was just like, okay, and he just brushed it off, and he did not say anything, and that was what led to their fallout. So basically it was like the same thing Angel had complained about, Cross not wanting to be public about their friendship or whatever it is that he has going down with people, and doing that in private, being all friendly or whatever in private. So I think it's kind of a problem, because if you go on a show like Big Brother, you are expected to feed your fans at least something, especially if you are the kind of person that drew so much attention to yourself. You're expected to feed your fans with little information, even if it is the slightest and the most blur messages ever. Just give them something back, because that's what fans want. That's what people want to know. If they're going to keep dragging another person's name in the mud. So if you had just said something, maybe this whole drama would have been avoided. But anyways, because Saskay is like, that was the last straw for her. She wasn't having any of it. So basically Saskay is not friends with Jaypaul, and she's not friends with Cross anymore. And these were like two main men in the house. But personally, about Saskay, what she did to Jaypaul, I also think that was not fair, because I mean, we saw how sincere Jaypaul was with her. So if for whatever reason you think you don't want to be friends with him, just like it just comes out, you're like, okay, I don't want to be really close to him, I don't want to invest in our friendship anymore, she'd be able to come up with something very reasonable to cut off the friendship, and not make this other person feel like they were just demanding for your attention, and they were not going to get it. Anyways, was my own at the Cross, at Jaypaul, at Saskay, I didn't have any business. I'm going to just come and report gist. Guys, good night, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.